Lego's not the problem. You are. Okay, so this one's gonna piss a lot of people off, but I felt like I had to say something because I'm irrelevant enough to be able to put out a video like this and not face too much backlash. So I'm gonna probably make 2 videos for this. E3 today, Xbox E3 thing just happened, and they announced the Horizon expansion, which is Lego. And this has been rumored for a couple of weeks. So I'm going to tell you guys what I thought, and then we're going to talk really briefly, and then we're going to talk about the bigger issue here, which is the horrible, awful, abysmal, and childish Horizon community. So I'm at the point now where I really don't have an opinion, but my first thoughts are it looks fun. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be goofy and silly, and it's going to kind of be the Hot Wheels expansion in Horizon 3 turned up to 11. We didn't really see much. We just saw like a stinger trailer, no gameplay, no features were announced. So it's really hard to like see if it's just going to be, all right, your cars are Legos and you drive them around, or like, can you build your own Lego cars? And like, we don't know, right? We really don't know just from that trailer. So my initial thoughts are that maybe it'll be fun. And it looks fun, and it looks like it'll be a fun distraction. You know, at the end of the day, it's just a Horizon expansion. They're usually pretty small in scope and then don't last a long time. So it'll be fun a little bit, but Horizon was never my my main Forza game anyway, but I still play for fun. But the purposes of this video, I watched the trailer as I was watching E3, and I was like, oh, cool, that's fun, that's cool. And I go on Twitter, because I already know what I think, but I want to see what everyone else thinks. The reaction I saw on Twitter, because I get to choose who I follow, was pretty good, with some mixed reactions saying, oh, it looks a little weird, but you know, I may have to wait to see more. And I have my own opinions of why I don't like this Lego thing, but I want to talk about the community as a whole first. Someone told me to go to the general chat for Horizon 4 on Forza's official Discord. Holy fucking Christ, you guys are children. You guys are babies. Where's Toyota? Change your engine sounds before you added blah blah. This isn't realistic. Horizon 4 is a simulator. Do you fucking hear yourselves? Like, you guys sound like babies, like cry babies. First of all, there's nothing for anyone to base an argument on right now. I could say it looks great, and someone says why. I have like 2 sentences that I can give you. Someone says it looks bad, and I can say why, and then you have like 2 sentences that you can give me. That little stinger trailer, that 30-second trailer, we have nothing to go on. It's just petulant when I'm reading. People are like, why don't we have more Toge roads? Well, they did that. Well, why don't we do more Japanese cars? Well, they can't make a game just with Japanese cars. It's not Forza Horizon JDM. I'm a drifter, dude. I get it. But you can't make a game for one person. That doesn't exist. Well, I want a refund. This is not what I wanted. Well, why are you buying expansions before they even announced them? You've bought hook, line, and sinker into that marketing campaign, buddy, and that's not Forza that introduced that. That's not a new thing for them, so I don't understand why you're upset. Like, it's so pathetic, man. It's so pathetic, and it's not 1 or 2 people too. Like, it's when I read, there was about 50 or so people that were typing, and I think there was only 5 people that were like, well, hey guys, they didn't really announce much, and then there was like a couple of people that were really big fanboys. It's just entitled children. And not even necessarily there are children, they're acting like children. I think I had one conversation in that Discord with somebody that was willing to like actually hear what I had to say out, and then what he had to say out. And then people are like, oh, you're just being really defeatist, and you sound like an elitist. And I'm like, well, look at you guys. You guys are the equivalent of the we're all sitting around in a circle shitting on each other meme. That's what you're doing right now. It's hilarious to me that you think, oh, we're gonna boycott, oh, we're gonna start a petition over a fucking over an expansion for a video game. My main argument that I saw was that Horizon 4 is grounded in realism, and this takes it away. First of all, it's gonna be its own separate thing, just like Hot Wheels was. And 2, no, it's not. I can take a Hummer and do 4 cartwheels with it, and I can take a Ferrari, make it go 300 miles an hour, and jump it off a ramp that's like 2,000 feet. Tell me how that's realistic. If you played Horizon, it's literally an arcade game. That's what it is. It's an arcade racer. It's not a realistic, semi-real. It's not realistic. I really hate to break it to you. It's not. Not even motorsport is a sim. So how are you saying Horizon's? Guys, grow up. It's just something to be fun and goofy and silly, which is what Horizon is. Horizon's really lost their way. No, they're not. You can't do Horizon 1 4 times. That's why Horizon 3 was boring. And that's why everyone's like, I don't like it. There's not a whole lot to do. It's because they did the same game 3 times in terms of their base content. I've been in this community for a long time. I've been playing Forza since Forza Motorsport 2, and I've been in the Forza community since then. And I feel sick to my stomach to say that I'm involved with these people. Well, some of you may be watching. And I mean, if you guys want to have an argument in the comments, go for it. But if you're acting like a child, I'm not going to entertain you. Where's Toyota? Come on, dude. It's 2019. We know the story by now. Fix the engine's noises. Well, they might, but that has nothing to do with what would be an expansion. Literally, the only alternative that I've heard is we need more Toge roads. Why? Why? We can't have Forza Forza Horizon Drift, Forza Horizon Toge. We need a little bit of everything for everybody. And in this trailer, I saw cool things for people who don't care about Lego. They look like they have little racetracks, which is sweet. More drag strips, and like we saw nothing in this trailer. And people are like, this sucks. This is the worst. I'm leaving the Forza community. And that's another thing too. If you're like, we're boycotting the Forza community, we're leaving, please leave, because you guys are the reason why nothing gets done. You're the reason why when stuff comes out that is actually bad, they don't listen. And I've had this conversation before about motorsport, but it seems like the motorsport guys have really cleaned up their act recently, or they just all moved to Horizon to be crybabies over there. We need stuff done in motorsport, like the tire model is really wonky, where it's different. You can be in a meetup or a circuit race or test drive, and the tire models are different in every single one of those. The paint boost is still glitchy and needs updating, and there's like other things that we can talk about, but they don't listen because there's too many people going, where's Kaido? Where's Fujimi Kaido? Where's Toyota? Ugh. And another thing really fast before I start editing, you idiots with the where's Toyota who keep falling for these fake Supra, oh well, I found Supra the game code, Supra confirmed, and one car is not going to fix this whole game. You guys are morons, and you're part of this shitty community that I'm talking about. Like when one good idea or one actual like well thought out critical thought is buried underneath 120 people just going embarrassing is what you guys are today. Embarrassing. You cannot like this. I'm not saying you have to like it. You cannot like it, but you can also not like a petulant child who wanted spaghetti for dinner and ended up getting meatloaf. That's what you guys look like right now. I don't want it. But you've never tried meatloaf. We had spaghetti last night. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, and those all people are all pissed off, but I want to talk about one reason why I don't like it. I haven't played it. It's probably going to be really fun, but it seems a little unoriginal. Ooh, no one expected me to say that. It seems a little unoriginal because if you look at the expansions for Horizon 3, Horizon 3 was an island with a tight road and a little like village area on the bottom and a big mountain and something goofy involving like toys. Horizon 4, there's an island with a big mountain with a twisty little road. Again, it's not just snow, but twisty little road, little village at the bottom, and something goofy. It's the same thing. They did the same thing twice. No one wants to talk about that though. Nobody wants to talk about that. No one wants to talk about it. Everyone's it's like it's goofy. It makes no sense in a racing game. Are you kidding me, dude? Have you played Lego Racers? It's not like it's gonna handle like Mario Kart all of a sudden. We get to have all the goofy of like a super left field arcade racer, but then a good physics engine. Why are you guys upset? Like again, there are legitimate reasons to be upset, and I'm very willing to have arguments with those people, or conversations, I should say, not arguments. But like 99% of this community right now is just crying and throwing a tantrum. And it sucks because the Forza community, like I've seen a couple of developers and people and community managers try to like qualm the arguments, and they're getting railroaded. You think they're going to pass along we need to change engine noises, you stupid fucks, I hate Forza? You think they're going to listen to you when you're talking like that? No, trust me. They're not. It just makes me sad, man. It really does. And like, I don't want to be there. People are like, why don't you upload Forza Horizon content anymore? Why don't you why are you not more involved in Forza? Because shit like this. I don't even like playing Horizon 4 because of the people that come here and they're like, well, the game would be better with Toyota. I'm like, oh, it sure would, but talk to Toyota about that. It's not. You guys just live to complain at this point. Like, just go play something else. Christ. What a girl needs.